To Unit 3, Naming Compounds. This is 3.2b VL, Virtual Learning on Polyatomics and Covalent Bonds. Write these notes down. All right, first of all, polyatomics. These will have more than 2 capital letters, or they're going to have parentheses so that you can see where the polyatomic is. If they don't have parentheses, be sure that you identify the polyatomic, maybe underline it, or put parentheses around it yourself. The first name will be either an element or one of the 2 positive polyatomics that you have. The last name will either be the root-eyed system, like it was for regular ionics and transition ionics, or it'll be a negative polyatomic name. And we just use the polyatomic names. Let's look at a few examples. CaSO4, BeNO3, 2, NH4OH, and H3OF. Well, CaSO4, there are no parentheses, so hopefully you have your polyatomic sheet and you can identify that SO4 is your polyatomic. So its name should be calcium, the first name, and sulfate, the last name. The next one, it's got parentheses, so we know where our polyatomic is. Be is beryllium, and NO3 is nitrate. This one has 4 capital letters, so it's got 2 polyatomics in it. NH4 is a polyatomic, and it's a positive polyatomic of ammonium. And OH is your negative polyatomic of hydroxide. Finally, then we have H3OF. Well, H3O is one of your other 2 positive polyatomics. So it is hydronium, and your F uses the element root-eyed system of fluoride. Covalent naming rules. Be sure it's a covalent compound in the first place. There should only be 2 capital letters, and they should both be non-metals on the right-hand side of that stair-step line. It will have a first name and a last name. And the cool thing about covalents is that they have a prefix to show the number of atoms. So you might want to write these down. Your prefixes are mono means 1, di is 2, tri is 3, tetra is 4, penta is 5, hexa is 6, hepta is 7, octa is 8, nona is 9, and deca is 10. They're very similar to when you name polygons or that in math, okay? The only time that we do not use a prefix is if the first name would start with mono. It's okay for the last name to start with mono, but not the first. Let's look at some examples. SiF4, N2S3, SCl6, and P2O5. Notice if you look at your periodic table, all of those are non-metals. So when we go to name them, we name them with those prefixes, and you're going to feel kind of like you're naming dinosaurs. The first one is silicon tetrafluoride. So it's a prefix root-eyed system. N2S3 is dinitrogen trisulfide. SCl6 is sulfur hexachloride. And P2O5 is diphosphorus pentaoxide. Okay, so first this ionic with a polyatomic. Notice I do have the parentheses, so it tells me where my first name and my last name are. So the first name would just be barium. And the last name would be our polyatomic name. Chlor 8, right? Because ClO3, looking at my polyatomic sheet, is chlor 8. That's it. Use the polyatomic name when you have a polyatomic. This one down here, this covalent, the first name for the covalent, it's P3, so the 3 is tri, and the P is phosphorus, right? And the Cl is chlorine, but I need the prefix, so it is dichloride. Okay? You're going to have just a few problems to do. Thanks for watching.